but for Mercedes to finish ahead of Ferrari. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of F1Talk with your boys, Sherif and Joe.
And Joe.
How you guys doing today? We got done watching the F1 GP over the weekend, and it was definitely a fun race, to say the least.
It was a fun, entertaining race for quite a while.
It was a fun race, and especially with the sort of backside of, you know, the whatchamacallit, the cost cap scandal in the background, the passing of one of the largest people in Red Bull's sort of sphere, and just it was a lot of stuff was going on, man, in such a short weekend. So why don't we dig into it real quick and make this a quick episode for you guys. Before we start going, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 followers by the end of this year, and we could really, really use your help, you know.
Please,
yes.
please.
Yes, really.
I appreciate it.
and we plan on doing like a little giveaway, you know, once we hit 1,000.
Yeah, that giveaway.
Yeah. So please forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also let us know.
Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe.
Yeah. And don't forget to let us know what your thoughts were on the Austin GP, really, the Circuit of America. So let's kind of go down, man. Like, first, you know, I thought it was a pretty entertaining event. We had Carlos Sainz spun out in the first round and DNF'd due to George Russell cutting on the inside, and you know, Sainz kind of
that's
dipping down.
Russell's fault. That's totally Russell's fault.
Yeah. I was a little surprised that the stewards went kind of easy on him with a 5-second penalty.
5-second penalties, yeah.
I really expected it to be much worse.
A lot more.
Yeah, like I was expecting easily like a 10-second penalty for
10-second penalties,
but
because I remember he has a 5-second penalty for that incident, and also who else has 5-second time penalty for another incident in a Grand Prix, which in contest,
wasn't it Gasly? Gasly was just getting pummeled by the stewards like the entire race, man.
I feel sorry for him, man.
Dude, Gasly was just taking it, like
every single turn, every single lap.
Dude, that was rough, man.
Yeah. But what was your highlight of the race?
For me, the highlight was actually the unexpected finish of Mercedes in second place, by far. Really, like a lot of people are going to be, you know, kind of downplaying this, I think, right? But for Mercedes to finish ahead of Ferrari, right? In a situation where Ferrari had no technical issues the entire race, right? Like, Leclerc, he had a grid penalty, you know, and then off of the first turn, he lost a few positions that he also needed to fight back for, right? But that guy fought back all the way to be in contention for the win, essentially. And for Mercedes to now be at a level where they were competing head to head with Ferrari is amazing.
Which is it's a good sign that Mercedes kind of understand their car now.
Yes.
Of where stuff is lacking, obviously, because when we take away, first of all, prop to Max, he win he win a race.
Yeah. I mean, dude, that Honda power unit is just...
It's crazy. It's just crazy. And then we have something to say about that too,
yeah,
right?
We'll get to that later for sure.
Yeah. But if you take away the speed of Red Bull and the speed of just the speed itself.
Yeah.
If you take away the Red Bull one and the Mercedes one, it's just pure skill. You can you can still see Mercedes is lacking where they are lacking.
Yeah.
The speed.
Yeah.
Of the car. If they have the same speed of the car, Red Bull is in trouble.
Yeah, Max would definitely be in trouble. Not only does Red Bull have the acceleration advantage, right? But what were you saying about the top speeds? They're different,
the top
right?
speed. The top speed, when I think is one of the commentaries in the race say, I don't remember if it's DRS open or DRS closed, but it doesn't really matter because the speed is there.
Yeah.
The top speed of Red Bull is 333 kph.
Mm-hmm.
Compares to Mercedes 319 kph.
That's
top
massive. That's so massive.
It's like uncomparable. It's if you give them a straight line speed, everything's done. Yeah, it's over.
And that's
it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. That's kind of the nice thing I gotta say about the Circuit of Americas. It's such an equalizer track because you've got like the big open, like straightaways. You got the highest speed section, but you have a really, really intense low speed section, which brings the car down to like second gear,
Yeah.
And so I think that's where we really got to see the 2022 formula, the new formula for the cars working. And we saw a lot more head-to-head battles,
Yeah.
But Red Bull is just so dominant that it's...
Their straight line speed is just alien.
Right?
It's alien. It's a spaceship.
No, when you look at the rest of the field, you're right. 100%.
Even the commentaries saying it looks like they actually say compares with the straight line speed, Mercedes has no way to compete with. It's like a sitting duck.
Yeah. Dude, even before the safety cars were coming out, Max Verstappen was gaining like 0.3 of a second on Lewis Hamilton every lap.
Yeah, every lap. And then
at least 0.3.
Yeah. And like when you see it, when they like Hamilton can still get to Max in the corner, but then he can still keep up in the corner. But when it exit in the corner, you can see that Red Bull just accelerate away.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It was nuts.
It's nuts.
Now, what about for you? What was your highlight of the race?
I mean, my highlight of the race, one of them is definitely the Sebastian Vettel race with Kevin Magnussen.
Yeah.
In the last lap of the last corner. And you can still see that Vettel still got it. He still got it. Like
4-time champion, man.
Man. And it's fun to watch some legend. It's fun to watch legends racing hard.
Yeah. Oh, that's for sure.
And it's not like the car is fast. It's pure skill.
Yeah.
In the corner, he overtake Kevin Magnussen in the corner.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, if you say, oh, Max can do it. Yeah, of course he can do it. But hey, it's Sebastian Vettel. How old is he compared to Max? How old is he?
Dude, I'd love to see the legends, like Alonso, Vettel, Hamilton, and Max all be given the same car.
Yeah. Right?
Like the exact same car, exact same engine,
car. I don't think like in that matter. I don't think Max has any advantage on that. Like,
yeah.
He's gonna be in trouble. To be honest with you.
Yeah. Seriously. Dude, now speaking of legends actually doing like amazing stuff, Alonso, man. Alonso. Like how he got out of that situation with Stroll was nuts, man. His car was literally flying for
In the air,
like I don't know how long. And a lot of people didn't catch it, but if you watch the replay like closely, he was like, Joe and I were just so amazed. We were like, dude, how does he not have rear end damage after that hit against the wall? You know?
How can he still drive back to the pit?
Yeah.
With that damage.
But
in
dude,
the car.
That just speaks to his skill, because if you look at the replay closely, he was already steering the front end while he was in the air, because he knew he was drifting to the left. He was turning to the right so that when the car laid down, it would pull away from the wall. And that's literally what saved the car, you know? Like, it's just...
It's experience. And only the legends knows and have this kind of experience because they know too much.
Yeah. And dude, it was so funny because I can't remember which commenter, I think it was like Will Bruxton or somebody, was saying that, like, you know, that put the car in a state where Alonso preferred it. Alonso loves when a car is like broken to hell, barely holding together. Somehow he gets faster when the car is like just messed up versus when it's like got perfect aero, you know?
One of my favorite memories of Alonso was back in 2018, I remember, in Baku.
Yeah.
His tire exploded, and then he wants to give up. I don't remember if his engineer told him to park the car or something, but he himself drive the car with 3 wheels.
Yeah.
Back to the pit box, and then got a new wheel, and then the race goes on.
Dude, that's Alonso, man. Like, that was another thing that Will Bruxton or whoever the commenter was saying, right? Like, that is the ability of a legend and an experience, right? You know, most of the guys, like the younger guys, would have totally just, okay, the car is done, whatever, you know, I'm either gonna like park it or like limp it back to the pits and consider my race over. But no, Alonso's like, I'm sticking in this race, dude.
Yeah. And I also remember his mirror is so funny.
Yeah. Dude, totally nuts.
It's fun. It's so fun to watch. It's so fun to watch,
man. And that's the beauty, right? Like, that's where I'm saying, like, the Circuit of Americas really is, like, in my opinion, one of the first races, and it's funny because it's so close to the end of the season, right, where we really got to see the highlights of the new formula. More wheel-to-wheel racing, close following, you know, like all of that stuff. This was an entertaining, exciting race the way it was meant to be. You know,
it was fun. It was definitely one of the memorable race.
Oh yeah,
in a while.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I know we say that a few races back, but this one is better.
Yeah, this one is definitely way better.
And like, I'm happy to see Mercedes. I mean, you guys know me. I'm Hamilton's fan. I mean, both me and Sherif are Hamilton's fan as well. And like, we're happy to see Mercedes finally have the taste of almost victory.
Yeah, 100%
this season, and finally have starting to understand their car so that they can move into 2023.
Yeah,
which hopefully the budget cap issue can resolve or get rid of it or whatever. You know?
And that's where Joe and I were. We're still so, maybe we're conspiracy minded, you know, But it's one of the things that has us both kind of rubbed a little bit the wrong way, right? When you see Red Bull being so excruciatingly dominant, right? Like, it's not like they're ahead by a little bit. I mean, consistently, Red Bull has been just, like you said, alien, spaceship, rocket ship, fast. And no other team, not a single other team, is close.
I mean, not a single other team, but not a single guy can be as close as Max.
Yeah,
not
and
even
that's not
Sergio
just
Perez.
driving skill. Yeah.
Not even Sergio Perez. Like, remember, Checo Perez is also in Red Bull with the same car, with the same power plant.
Yeah.
Maybe different setup, but everything's the same. But if you look at their interval between
Checo
and Max.
Yeah.
Yesterday, it was like what 5-6 seconds ahead,
something like that. Yeah.
In between. I don't know, man. You told me that's.
I don't know. It smacks of a little, like, see, here's the thing. Like, I wouldn't be as suspicious, but now that we have, like, clearly, the FIA has said, Red Bull has gone over the cost cap spending. They went over to the tune of $1.8 or $2 million. Red Bull claims, that was just for catering and sick leave, which is like, really, you went over $2 million just for?
I don't believe that.
And they're so dominant this season, right? Like, if you look at how they were last season, okay, like they had some points where they had advantages over the Mercedes setup, and Mercedes had some advantages over their setup, right? But they were very close, like head to head, and it was just all down to like basically driver skill exploiting their respective chassis setup, right?
Yeah.
To this year, where they're just so far ahead of dude, some races they were finishing with like 10, 11 seconds ahead of second place, Like, I don't know, man.
Even 30 seconds ahead or 20 seconds ahead, which is, of course, you can say, Hamilton has a better car last season, but
Red Bull was right there.
Yeah, and Red Bull was right there to the
the very end,
last lap.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, and you don't see like 20 seconds or like 20 seconds ahead.
Right.
Leading.
No. And dude,
the most you see is 10 seconds or 7 seconds. And this year you've constantly seen 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, dude, 15 seconds, 20 seconds.
And you look at the rest of the grid, there is no gap like that anywhere else in the grid.
No. There's no, like, almost everybody has a similar performance.
Yeah. Sure. There is, setup difference, but we're seeing very clear battles, that are happening amongst the leaders, right? We had, Mercedes and Ferrari really kind of battling it out, particularly this last race. We're seeing like McLaren and Alpine, like going at it. We're seeing Aston Martin and Haas, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember the exact manufacturer's points, while Williams is...
It's done. But again, they can still compete with the back runner. Like, right. It's not like everybody's it's not like everybody's performance is
dramatic of a difference, right? Yeah. I mean, and that's where Joe and I are kind of coming from, where like the performance difference is so astronomically different, that it's like, really, I don't know, man. Red Bull, you're kind of throwing everything into question for me a little bit,
Yeah.
And
for sure.
The sad thing for me, is I was telling Joe that, like, I don't blame, for example, Max, like, at all, you know?
Yeah. He has superb drive this season.
Yeah. Like, it's given him a little bit more. Oh, sorry. It wasn't Aston Martin and Haas competing. It's Alfa Romeo and Aston Martin. That's who it is. It's Haas and AlphaTauri that are going head to head. Yeah.
And AlphaTauri, it's Red Bull's power unit. Just remember that.
Yeah.
But their car is not like
nowhere near on the same level. No, gotcha.
Yeah. So that got us thinking, like, there's something happened.
Exactly. So, like, for me, I don't blame Verstappen. You know, like, he's not a decision maker.
Yeah, no.
But there definitely seems to be some suspicious, questionable stuff, let's say, going on with Red Bull. And, you know, I have no love for Christian Horner whatsoever.
Me too.
Like, I genuinely don't. But I totally see him as the type of guy that would be willing to say, I want to win no matter the cost. You know, him and Helmut Marko for sure. Like
you say it, like Sherif say it like best. He say that it looks like how Christian Horner can do whatever it takes to, because he's so obsessed to beat Mercedes.
Yes, yeah. I mean, like what? Almost 8 years of just getting his face put in the dirt. You know?
Yeah, he's so obsessed to beat Mercedes, and he's so obsessed to beat Toto Wolff, whatever it costs. So
exactly,
he can. So the budget cap, he can do whatever it is to cover it up. Say it's for gatherings, for hospitality, it's for salary, but
you
know, there is always that cover up. That's the conspiracy, but.
Yeah, genuinely, no, that's really what it feels like, that there is some sort of impropriety that happened, you know?
Yeah.
Because how is it that because here's the thing, right? Like, given that they were second, right? They shouldn't have had that much of a development advantage over Mercedes coming into the 2022 season, right?
But look at Mercedes. They were on the bottom, from the starting of this season.
Right. Exactly.
So,
right. So like, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
We do know that Red Bull did poach talent from Mercedes.
Yeah.
So, like, maybe that's the factor, the X factor that we're not taking into consideration. But I mean, between the cost cap, the flexible floor, the, you know, dominance in terms of times, I don't know. I definitely have some questions lingering, you know, over their performance. And it's a shame because Max is a good driver, generally a good dude, and for now him to have these clouds looming over his championship, you know, is really not fair to the kid. Yeah.
Twice. Yeah.
You know?
So,
like, and that's the thing, right? Like, there's nobody who could rightfully deny Hamilton's sort of championships. Like, he won them very cleanly, you know, most of the time.
Again, they will say, oh, he has a superb car.
Yeah, but, no. And there were definitely some, like with any team, there's definitely some questionable moments. You know, like for all of you who are not Hamilton fans who are going to say, oh, what about, you know, this time or that time? Like, I get it. Right. Nobody wins in a vacuum of perfection. Believe me, I understand. So before you start raging in the comments, I'm just saying that for this season, you know, everybody is trying to, like, the hallmark of this season was clean rulings, you know, was very like clear enforcements, you know. And
I feel like
we don't have
that's
that.
also why, yeah. And that's also why we keep on saying we are not denying Max's win this season. And why? Because we keep on saying, when you are race winner, when you are on the top, you need a faster car to get you there.
Exactly.
And obviously Max has that, so that's why we are not bitching on Max, but we are bitching on the team of questioning them. That's the difference. So before you guys start fighting with us, hear us out.
Yeah.
We are not bitching on Max. We are bitching on Red Bull.
Right. Exactly. And I think that's a valid place to come from, especially with all of the news lately.
Yep.
Honestly. All right, guys, let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. I mean, we're definitely going to get a bunch of the Hamilton fans and the people who are saying, they cheated. But, give us some, not just emotional perspectives, but give us some, sort of well-thought-out
feedback.
Perspective.
Yeah.
I'm very curious about what some of you really think, deeply about this whole situation. And, I definitely will say Verstappen deserved it. He drove phenomenally this season. You know, he had the faster car. Again, he has the ability. I can't take that away from him,
Yeah. Again, we are not saying anything bad about him.
Yeah. It's just the team.
It's the team developing, giving the best tool for him to win.
Exactly. All right, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please help us get to 1,000 followers by the end of the year. It would mean a ton to us. We've been planning this giveaway now for a little while, and we want to just give stuff to you. Take our free stuff, guys. Please.
Yep. If you guys can help us there, we'll definitely do some nice stuff for the giveaway.
Serious.
I mean, we have a few things.
Yes.
Let's just put it that way.
Take our free stuff. All you have to do is just click the subscribe button, guys. Really. And just hang with us for a little while. So, on that note, peace. Have a wonderful week, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.